a little bit about that, because I do think Sherri is really one of the unsung heroes of wrestling, where I don't know that she gets her just due, and maybe she never really will, but she's working her ass off, and she put so much thought and effort into everything she did. Even when she was in the background during interviews in this era, she feels like she's got to be movement. She's got to create, facials, and she's moving her hands and she's pacing back and forth. And there's a lot of thought and effort in the makeup presentation and the dress and the glitter in the hair. And, she's constantly pounding on the mat. She is earning her money here for sure. I just find that to be fascinating, because I feel like a lot of times some of the best managers were wrestlers before. We've talked about the fact that Bobby Heenan was a wrestler before he was there. And obviously there are exceptions to that. Jim Cornette comes to mind, but Sherri is the female equivalent maybe of a Bobby Heenan. Am I wrong on that?
She is, because Sherri never did anything to try and get over the guys that she was managing. Sherri enhanced the talent that she was managing and didn't get over bigger than they did.
I'm glad you clarified, because famously, and he's talked about this on his podcast before. He doesn't have a podcast now, but once upon a time, a wrestler named Don Callis, who was a part of, what was the name? The Truth Commission. He managed the Truth Commission. He has said that your criticism when you guys were going to let him go is that you said you're getting yourself over at the expense of the talent. Some of our listeners may not know exactly what that means. Can you sort of go into the weeds a little bit about what complimenting a talent compared to competing with a talent would mean?
Well, simple as cutting promos and talking about putting your talent over instead of yourself. You're talking about how great they are and selling them instead of trying to sell yourself is the greatest mind in the world, and so on and so forth. And you cut the promo for them, not for yourself. And stealing scenes in a match and trying to be the focal point of the match, taking people's attention from what's going on in the ring to you on the outside of the ring and whatever antics you may be doing at the time. So that's the mark of a good manager and someone, Sherri's not out there stealing the show. Sherri's up here for a spot so that when you see it, it's special. It's one time. She wasn't up doing this all throughout the match. And there are managers who think that they have to be involved in every little thing, and it takes away from the match and their talent, the guys that are actually in there doing the work.
And there you go. DiBiase steals a win. Even though Sherri hit him in the head with a shoe, Darsow nails Virgil with a knee in the kidney area. That's enough. 1, 2, 3. Your heels are victorious. And apparently it's good enough to win 3.5 stars.